I thought I would share the experimentations in my journal, and now that they've dried from the last video. So this is how I've presented them in my journal. Just put a bit of masking tape on 2 pages that I wasn't really using. It's getting quite thick now with all the bits of paper in it. So these were the beetroot ones. You can probably see that it's dried a lot darker and a lot browner, lost a lot of its red. These were the experimentations with coffee, beetroot and turmeric. Quite like this turmeric one the best, so I think that's pretty cool. Then we have the stamps in turmeric, and as I thought, it has gone a bit powdery. And the coffee ones, which are all pretty much samey, but you can tell where there's been more ink placed in certain areas. I also thought I'd give you a quick little look at some other experimentations that I've done. So I bookmarked a few pages. So you can see about halfway through this journal, I probably started with the experimentations, and very early on, I just boiled them. Except for the turmeric. I said last video that I mixed it with vinegar, but I actually mixed it with alcohol. So that would be methylated spirits. Might show you what that does later on compared to the one with water. These ones were some strips that I was dipping in and just playing around with some different colours. I think the best one was this purple lettuce, and probably still one of my favourite colours I've made. And it's just purple lettuce that keeps springing up in the garden. It does change a lot too, depending on if it's dry or wet. Now, this is when I started adding rust. So basically you sit some rusty objects and in some vinegar, and it eats away and gives you rust, which actually changes the colours a lot. They often go black. I'll show you later on some other ones. I just love doing these experiments. This is probably my favourite. So that one has acorn caps. So I did 2 different types of acorns, one with a rust and one without. Bottle brush and rust. I found the bottle brush did react quite a lot to the rust. And the acorn does as well, acorn caps. This one's kind of cool. Banksia, purple lettuce and rust. You can see here, this is the turmeric with the alcohol and how it bled out. That happens a lot. That's what I was talking about last video, with the turmeric reacting differently depending on what it's being put into. So I know these ones were just swipes of colour, and then I swiped the rust through to see the effect on it. Some playing around with the colours I'd made. I really like this little artwork. It's inspired by a photo I saw on Instagram. Some really cool reactions happening in there. Kind of a moody, plain air type feel to it. Some more experiments. These are the colour palettes that I've managed to make so far. So a lot of browns and reds, purples. The green is actually quite a hard colour to get or to keep. And the gum sap's been really good. It doesn't look so good there, but it does react quite well to a lot of things. And this was a big swipe of rust, and I was running the colours in to see their reaction. These ones were all mixed with rust, the rust mixture, and you can see they're pretty black. It's even stained down here, but the reactions it made kind of looked like eyes, which I thought was quite good. That's gum sap, rust and turmeric. And that's just gum sap and rust. They have a good reaction together. And just wanted to show you this one, which was made from picking some camellias at the Burnie Park on my daughter's birthday. So I called it Birthday Camellia. It started off a completely different colour. It was very, very pink. You can see it's gone a very grey colour, which I actually quite like that colour though. I've also had a play with changing the pHs in the colours. So this was the purple lettuce mixture and with some baking soda. Kind of went a bit gritty, but some kind of cool crystal effects there too. And that's probably about all I'll show you out of the experiment so far. I'll hope to do more on them later on.